I try not to judge people, bro. Seriously. I do my best not to judge you, what you're going through. But people are so quick to judge me because I'm making a Facebook post or something like it. You know? Fuck do I care then? You're gonna judge me. Why would I care about trying not to judge you if you're gonna judge me? And then go around acting like I'm so judgmental. Like you sit there judging me. I don't understand how people don't have the brain capacity to figure out the implications of what I'm saying. And then I feel very intelligent or they're very dumb. And I don't want to come off like that, bro. I don't want to say I try to say it in a polite way all the time. I have to lower my vibration to be around you. I'm not trying to sound like I'm so much better, bro. But when I'm saying stuff like that, it's because I'm already at a low point in my life. They didn't want to hear me saying it until they come around here, seeing my cluttered mess, seeing that I make Facebook posts and YouTube posts about this shit so that there's literally evidence of me complaining about it because I say something to them about it. There's mold back there, the fucking plumbing didn't work, the guy put in the wrong pump. Bro, you have to see me getting sick and dying until you make a difference. It's not just from me letting it get cluttered, okay? I don't just sit there breaking shit on purpose, bro. I'm tired of having this narrative in the narcissist's head that they just because they say it, it's true and it's correct. Like, no, that's not gonna happen, bro. You're a very disrespectful person. You act like I'm rude, but you're so impolite. Well, yeah, I'm rude to you because you're impolite. The fuck out of here already. I'm very, very respectful and polite until you start to disrespect me and be rude to me. Trying to tell me about, let's say I'm covering my mouth the way you say I should, and then you continue to tell me the way I should cover my mouth in the exact way that I just covered my mouth. But I'm still polite to you. I don't get all mad. I just laugh and chuckle. I go, I used to laugh and chuckle when this chick would hit me up in the middle of the night on Instagram talking about it's always been you while she has a relationship, while she has a boyfriend. She cried to me about her ex-boyfriend. She'll bring me around her new boy toy, all this type of shit, bro. Ghosting me out of nowhere when something better comes along, and then she realizes she actually loves me, and then like, bro, I can't be around. This is the reason I used to say it to myself all the time. Junkies are my anti-drug, right? And if I didn't get sick from all this shit, why would I get sick from a fake flu shot? Cyber flu shot for certificate of vaccination identification, artificial intelligence. Like I was saying it on Facebook the whole time. I deleted my page because it kept getting flagged for being anti-war with the Ukraine war and the Israeli shit at the time. Palestine. You know? Because I could see what you're doing, and I know you're doing something, and then you feel bad for doing it because you're into the same thing. And you think there should be nothing wrong with it. But the difference of you and me is I know there's something wrong with it. It's not right. There's something, you gotta have accountability when you do something wrong. Am I correct? Whether it's your fault or not, if you're involved in a mistake, you have some assumed risk. Like it is somewhat your fault. If you see a car crash about to happen and then you drive closer to where the car crash is, getting into an accident, how is it not your fault? Did you have a heart attack and drift over the line? Like, what is going on? That's what I worry about. I worry about the things that might happen to me if I don't have children. You understand? Because what if I get too old and then there's nobody to tell me, hey, Dad, maybe you shouldn't drive around as much. You're looking kind of, you don't look sick, but you're looking like you're losing it a little bit. No, I don't want to have somebody around me, I guess. I just want to be alone forever. In a mess. Yeah, that's what I want, right, bro? No responsibilities, no nothing. Just to go fishing all day is what I want, right, bro? And then when I stop fishing as much, go working 7 days a week at jobs where I get no break, no time to eat. I gotta walk around with a fucking cooler in my car, breaking down scrap that I pick up, putting it inside of the cab so that I can take it in my car on the way home and break it down. Yeah, I'm so lazy, right, bro? Taking jobs where I gotta move gravel in a wheelbarrow to form a driveway when he could have just asked the dude with the dump truck to pull up more. And then he's acting like it's a racial thing. When I told the guy to move back a little bit. He's like, oh, why did he do it for you? I'm like, you didn't ask him to. He sees me working like a fucking slave, like a pack mule, and then asks if it's all right to. And I was like, hell yeah, bro, just do it. You're gonna pack down some of the gravel anyway, right? And then I was like, I guess I got the complexion for the connection. And he started getting all like bent out of shape and butthurt about a joke, bro. Like, you can't tell when I'm joking. You think I'm a hateful person or sexist against women, and I think you need to be slapped in the face, no matter what your gender is or what your race is. I think person coming from outer space or under the sea could see that I'm not a racist, bigoted person. Good. That's what I'm trying to say. It's funny when the stalkerati dum-dums still try to pull this dumb shit on you. When you expose the fact that there's track and tracing, right? They can't call you crazy. I'm like, look, how else could the AI know what you're about to type in if it's not tracking and tracing what you like to type? Like, bro, the suggested sentence, I've been saying it's AI the whole time because of autocorrect. It's artificial intelligence. It's not really a human, but it's correcting the grammar for you. If you set it to, you can put the settings to not do it though. That's how I could tell when I was getting hacked into. Because all of a sudden, everything would be getting capitalized, proper punctuation, everything autocorrect. And I'm like, listen, I know I'm getting hacked into. I don't mean to be accusatory and disrespectful, but I know I'm getting hacked into because all of a sudden it seems like a paired device comes into play and all the settings I had for my YouTube and my texting go away. And it's a different setting. I get closed captions and all this weird shit. Like, that's how you know you're getting hacked into, kid. Just to let you know. You gotta be smart about this shit. And I'm like, listen, I already know I'm doing some things to throw you off. Because they think I'm a little bitch and I'm soft or some shit like that, right? Good. I don't want no fucking miscreants around me trying to break my boundaries down. Acting like I'm so horrible. For what? Not having the same belief as you? Even though we say we believe the same thing, you go doing the pagan version of it, and I try not to. And that's why I stay away from churches, because they got Christmas trees inside of them with a star at the top. Like, I'm good, bro. You know what I mean? I'm good on that stuff. I'm not trying to demean the religion. I just notice it. Like my friend said one time, I don't hold grudges, my brain takes notes in the song. I was like, word. So I'm not gonna sit there making it so loud that I'm leaving. The way I come in is the way I go out. Quietly. Usually. Easily. Calmly. It doesn't have to be a big blow up. The fact that I'm blowing up on social media about you should be a fucking clue that, like, I like your glow up. Even if I saw before and I see after, why wouldn't I like you? Why wouldn't I think you're more pretty? What, you think it's because you're over 30? Like, you have all these insecurities about yourself, acting like I'm just like everybody else. It's not good. It doesn't matter what your gender is. If you're doing that to a girl, you're not right. If you're doing that to your dude, you're not good. I try to leave gender out of it, but it's hard to because I grew up in the 90s and the early 2000s where people weren't as fucking sensitive about saying bro or yo, ladies and gentlemen. So now I have to say that I understand what they're coming from, where they're coming from, because it's English language. You can refer to a singular person as they when you're referring to them. Like, you see how I explained it by using the sentence? I remember I paid attention in English, bro. I used to like reading Shakespeare. That's why I like the King James Version of the Bible. And then it just comes more clear that that's probably the best translation of it from the Greek and the Hebrew, right? Even though I grew up Catholic, I respect the church. I didn't go cursing it out all the time. I said there's a bunch of hypocrites in here, and I'm trying not to blame God for what these fake-ass followers do on his rock, that the gates of hell shall not prevail over. I'm not a King James only kind of guy. I have a Catholic Bible. I have a Gideon's Bible. I have a new international version of the Bible. Like, bro. I just liked that King James version of the Bible because I took it as a sign that the lady had it on a shelf at the yard sale and just gave it to me. Because that's literally what you're supposed to do with religious stuff, quote unquote. You're not supposed to make $1 off of God. But when there's a trade company doing a yard sale for you, they're not going to do that. I paid $10 for a Catholic Bible because I like the print. I like the inlay. like the illustrations. Even though you probably shouldn't have graven images, right? It's in the text to have no graven images, right? Here, let me put pictures of Christ in the next page. Kind of stupid. That's why I see that some people just cannot be saved. They'll never see the error in their own ways. And I try to. Very hard on myself. I don't need you to tell me to get my own life. That's all I ever wanted since I was like 14, bro. To have my own life. And you made it way more difficult than I had to be, in my opinion. Like when you should have started giving me better advice, you started getting mad, distant, and cold and emotional. And I don't appreciate you for that. Can't unring a bell, bro. I try to be upfront and honest about it. It just starts an argument if I go talking to him. I'm not trying to have him hear me. I don't want his reaction. I don't even want you to listen to this because you don't care when I'm saying it to your ear. Maybe some people just think I drone on and on and on. Well, I'm good at listening, but I'm actually twice as good at listening as I am at speaking. It took a lot of practice to be able to speak because I was very shy and meek when I was a young boy. Very skinny and weak looking, in my opinion. My nanny used to tell me you got to eat more all the time. And then I became obese. Because I see my dad likes to eat. And I'm thinking I could do the same things and eat and eat. I'm not trying to blame my dad for everything. I'm just acknowledging that when you're a young boy or a young girl, your parents are like your role models, right? And you want to obey them. And you're almost as if, it's almost as if you're a sponge. And you just do everything they do. And they're a reflection of you and you're a reflection of them. Because God gave them to you and He gave you to them. I guess my mom brought me into this world so she could take me out of it, right? Or my dad. He brought me in this world so he could take me out of it, right? It's not so you could teach your children something or your seeds so they could grow into a sapling and do their own thing, have their own needs. And you don't have to compete with them because you did the right thing. There's no jealousy, there's no resentment. It's like, how much forgiveness could I possibly give this person by just letting them live? And, like, letting them, not that I want to hurt them, but, just letting them go be that way when they get that way. You can't show me the same respect if I'm getting angry about something, though. It's like, look, he's so crazy. And then when your wife does the same thing to you, you get all fucking nuts about it. Like, that's why I stay away from you. That's why I want to get away from you. It's like you see what I'm going through and then triangulate with the person doing it. And then you swap energy with each other and switch roles. And I remember you saying to me when I was 8 years old that no matter what you say, she's going to come tell me. Because we're a team, is what you said. I get what you're trying to do, but at the same time, if there's abusive shit that's mentally corrosive, you can't expect me not to fucking remember it if it molded who I am and I had to put up a shield in an emotional way using the Bible in a lot of ways for the reaction. That's the reaction I give, bro. I walk away from you when you get that way. So when I make somebody have that same reaction, when I make somebody want to walk away from anger, I try to keep it in. And I don't want to just let it fester. I try to be calm about it and express it to her. I'm saying her because I'm interested in women. I'm a heterosexual male. Biology. But the thing is, bro, when I get that way, when I speak calmly, I can come off condescending, and I try not to. And then it gets them more mad if I say it calmly. You sit there like, you know what I mean? It's almost like, I don't mean to be joking around and demeaning women, but it's almost like you have to talk to them as if they're a child sometimes. You can't throw a fucking tantrum to the child when the child's throwing a tantrum, right? If he's like, I want the toy, and then you're like, and they're not going to fucking respect you for that. They're not going to respect your authority as a male or a female, a mom or a dad. If you just go doing the fucking, you throw a tantrum right back, right? It's not like they're crying and whining and you're mocking them like, ooh, boo, 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 to show them how silly it sounds. That's different. And then I'm having better parenting skills than half of these fucking misfits. And then I'm getting told not to interject when the girl that we're working on the house, right? The little girl is coming up to me, is like wanting to talk to me, and I'm like trying to work and shit. I'm not paying attention to it because it's a little kid, bro. I'm paying attention enough not to hurt them with the wheelbarrow, you know? They're crying. I'm like, whoa. I'm starting to make fun of it with the dude. And he's like, oh, don't do that. Like, I thought this is your friend, bro. Like, you can't even work. You can't even be a normal person and work anymore. Every industry wants you to be a robot, bro. You want me to focus on the back rooms because corporatocracy told you to be like a robot and there's no work unions. What about the blue collar stuff where there's no work unions and they're basically just using you for your physical labor where you could actually get hurt, physically damaged? You're the biggest one on the yard, so they're asking you to lift it up. But the thing is, they're letting it be more heavy. They're not like, it's not like they're asking you to lift it up because it's too tall. You got to get it over. They're knowing you're stronger, so they're making it heavier for you to get it up over the wall. Because they don't want to have more work to do. They do it more, they consolidate it, and then they condense it, and then you evaporate it, right? Like an AC system. Energy is all relative. It's something that they say, right? Which may be true. It has some truth to it. Energy is relative. But what about truth always being true? Instead of what's true for me and what's true for you, what about what's true for everybody, no matter what either one of us say? Something that's always true. That's actually the truth. How the night turns into the day. You know, it's not the day turning into the night. It's the night turning into the day because God said, let there be light.